We're monitoring developments in New York, where world leaders are gathered for the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly. Vice President Kashim Shettima delivered a speech on behalf of President Bola Tinubu. He made further push for Nigeria to have a permanent seat at the Security Council. Some of the other major points highlighted by Vice President Shettima include a proposal to reforming the UN system, urgent action to promote debt relief, and advocacy for a two-state solution for peace in Palestine. State House correspondent Femi Akonde reports from New York.
The demand for Nigeria to get a permanent seat in the United Nations Security Council was echoed loud and clear in the hall of the United Nations General Assembly. Vice President Kashim Shettima also expressed deep frustration with the pace of international progress on critical issues, from nuclear disarmament to Security Council reforms. Nigeria proposed radical reforms to the global financial system, calling for new mechanisms to address the sovereign debt crisis plaguing developing countries.
To strengthen the prospects for peace, development and human rights, Madam President, I want to make 4 points today to outline how we can do this. 1. Nigeria must have a permanent seat at the UN Security Council. This should take place. As part of a wider process of institutional reform. 2. We need urgent action to promote sovereign debt relief and access to trade and financing. 3. Countries that host minerals must benefit from those minerals. And 4th, the digital divide must close. As our friend the Secretary General has said, AI must stand for Africa included.
For the second time in a row, Nigeria raised its voice in support of the victims in Gaza and against the brutal killings that continues to generate global shockwaves. Nigeria insists on a two-state solution as the only sustainable path to peace in the Middle East.
Feed and shelter the innocent victims of war. This is why we are not indifferent to the devastations of our neighbors near and distant. This is why we speak of the violence and aggression visited upon innocent civilians in Gaza, the illegal attack on Qatar, and the tensions that scar the wider region. It is not only because of the culture of impunity that makes such acts intolerable, but because our own bitter experience has taught us that such violence never ends where it begins.
The Vice President's national statement positioned Africa's natural resources as central to future global stability, emphasizing the need for African control over strategic minerals. VP Shettima insists that countries producing strategic minerals must benefit fairly from those minerals.
I believe in the power of the market to transform. Our task is to enable and facilitate and to trust in the ingenuity and enterprise of the people. But the process of transition is difficult and brings unavoidable hardship. This year, we held the inaugural West African Economic Summit in Abuja to bring investors and opportunities together. The results far exceeded our expectations and are a clear indication of what innovation can deliver.
President Bola Tinubu's message at the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly, delivered by Vice President Kashim Shettima, called for renewed commitment to multilateralism, while reaffirming that Nigeria's commitment to peace, to development, to unity, to multilateralism, and to defense of human rights is beyond compromise. Femi Akonde, TVC News, United Nations.